Solusyon dito, jackhammer. Para bumaba.
So you may have noticed, wala na yung frame na kung saan nakakabit yung tarp ng King of Revpal. They have a makeshift one over here sa restaurant All Is Well. But the new one, I mean yung pinaglipatan, meron naman. Bababa ka dyan. Nandiyan na yung King of Revpal sign. Doon na rin naglagay ng bike parking. So puntahan natin sandali. See that? Sa totoo na mas maganda. Hindi siya in the way. Dati nandyan, di ba? Medyo nakaharang ka pag nagkumpol-kumpol na ang mga cyclist. O yan, padaan muna.
Ang isang napansin ko, a lot of people want to bike in Girona. Girona, kasi sinasabi na Girona is a nice training ground.
Mountainous, malamig.
Yan ang training ground ng mga pro. Yes, that's true. However, there is a big however. If you are like, for example, if you're from the Philippines, Girona is not a nice place to bike. Why? Kasi it's a nice place to bike if you're a local, if you're training. Kasi mas mahaba ang weather na pwede ka mag-bike. Pagkatapos, hindi siya kamukha ng ibang places like Alps, like the Pyrenees or the Dolomites na the window to bike is short. Sa Girona kasi, the window to bike is longer.
Kasi malilim.
So, ang problema mo doon, like for example, you're an Asian, bike, gaya kami, nag-bike kami doon. Ito ba nakikita dito? Mas magandang dihampang yung Pyrenees dito. Pero maganda mag-bike. Home by 10:30. Sa Starbucks na.
450.
Oh, dyan na lang ako. E-Forman, it's really the E40. If you get E46 na 4-door na
It's a beautiful morning. It's a weekend morning. Mainit ang panahon lately, as you know. Init, no? Sa loob ng bahay, sa labas. Init, very humid. Tsaka ang tindi rin ng sikat lately. I mean, I like it. Nakaka-bike tayo. Pero this morning is a little different. Mainit ang atmosphere, but mukhang uulan. Kapal ng ulap eh. Anyway, I'm here to tell you that this is the second ride na gagamitin natin si Colnago na walang bike skin. Love how fresh it looks. Okay? So nag-Revpal tayo yesterday. Nagkaroon ako ng ilang thoughts about bike skinning the bike once again. Sa totoo lang. Bakit? Dahil sa sobrang ganda na itsura niya ngayon, parang gusto kong i-preserve ulit Ayan, nandito na ang Paralysis Brothers. Tignan mo ako. Morning!
Hello, sir. Thank you for waiting.
Yes, Ice Grande Americano.
Ready to go?
Here.
Sa reusable cup po ba ilalagay?
Sige, reusable.
Grande Americano. Your name?
Lester.
Here you go po.
Thanks.
Hey, question. Are you a runner? Although I run, I don't consider myself as a runner. Not yet. Not just yet. I just completed a duathlon, so that involved some form of training. Takbo tayo here and there, but I can't consider myself a runner because I don't do enough of it. So, runner ba kayo? And the reason I'm asking is, anong tingin niyo sa quote-unquote rule na you have to run facing the traffic, opposite side of the road, run head-on sa traffic? And that's a common thing among runners. Para nga naman, kita mo, katulad nito, kita mo ang oncoming traffic, and obviously it's for safety reasons. So do you do that? That's the first question. My second question is, kapag may kasalubong kayo na bisikletang right of way, tumatabi ba kayo o hinahayaan nyo yung bisikleta na siya yung gawa ng effort to avoid you, which would mean lalabas sa kalye yung bisikleta para bigyan kayo? Let's say may kasalubong akong runner, di ba? Gaganon pa ako, pupunta pa ako sa gitna para mapagbigyan yung runners. So for you as a runner, do you move to the side a little bit? And I know moving to the side is easy to do if you're a solo runner. E paano pa yung grupo? Na group of 5 or more. Ang grupo ng 5 or more, madalas 2 abreast. Minsan tatluhan pa. And you take up a big part of that gilid na dapat sa bike. Pag grupo, hindi tumatabi yan. I can tell you. Hindi aakyat ng sidewalk, hindi magta-transition into single file. They're just gonna run. Okay? It is what it is. Hindi talaga tatabi ang runner, and the bike, the cyclist has to be the one to make the adjustment. What do you think of that? Kasi overall safety pa rin ang usapan. But I'd like to get your thoughts if you're a runner yourself. Bottom line, mag-iingat. Diba? Can we also take a minute to talk about how expensive cycling apparel is? Bilang siklista, you know what I mean. Magkano ba ang jersey? Ang jersey na branded, at least 7,000 pesos. May mga brand pa na pumapalo ng 15,000, 16,000. Lalo na yung mga limited release. So expensive, and I'm speaking as a willing victim here because I'm gonna keep buying, right? Pero di ba, minsan mapapaisip ka, anong meron sa jersey na gano'ng kamahal na hindi naman nag-o-offer ng protection, napakanipis, Lycra, spandex. Pag nag-crash ka, punit yan, hindi ka pa protected. Ito pa, may mga aero line pa, di ba? Mas mahal. How is the aero line more aero than a regular training jersey? Quote-unquote training jersey. Kasi may mga levels pa. It's just funny, isn't it? Pero a willing victim. I have a packed closet of jerseys. I have at least 35 jerseys, man. I'm not kidding. At ang mamahal lahat niyan. Dalawa lang naman ang brand ko, Rafa and Paul Smith. I have others na gawa ng AGU. Yan, yung mga Jumbo Visma. Kasi I'm a big Jumbo Visma fan. I'm a big Visma Lisa bike fan. And AGU yung gumagawa ng jersey nila. Anyway, ang mamahal yan. I have a bunch of them. But, you know, should I call myself crazy for being a willing victim? Kayo, ilan ang jersey ninyo? Alam ko marami sa inyo, mas marami pa sa jersey ko. And we keep buying them. Kasama ba sa kultura yan? Nasa personality ba yan? Ang mahal eh, mahal din ang bib. One pair of Aero bib shorts, $250. My goodness. Wala namang protection, wala namang Aero benefits. No, basta hapit yan, basta it hugs your body, magandang fit, Aero na yan automatically.